BioCircle is a leader in sustainable industrial cleaning solutions, known for its strong vision, innovation, and commitment to quality. Recently, the company has focused on developing cutting-edge solutions for the railway industry, particularly in the cleaning and maintenance of vacuum toilets and related components. Through strategic discussions and product innovations, BioCircle is both enhancing efficiency and safety and also addressing the unique needs of railway customers globally. This BioCircle inspiration explores their latest advancements, including the RWR 500 DBA device and the specialized ventricle cleaning systems, BioCircle Turbo, positioning BioCircle at the forefront of the industry.
Hello, welcome to the BioCircle Inspiration, and today with Thailand. Thailand, thanks for coming.
Hello, hi.
And explaining a railway topic. So today it's about cleaning of the toilet system, and there we have a new segment.
Yeah, we found a new items to clean, new device, very interesting. Yeah, I was trying to find a solution for a customer, and then talking to our specialists, we found this machine, and we thought it would be helpful to share this with our community because it can be a big value for the customer.
Yes. Let's go into the topic. Is maybe
cool.
We go here in this presentation and to sort this this new segment of cleaning into the context of cleaning of the toilet system.
Perfect. Yeah.
So here we go. I go a little bit out of the picture so that you have space to explain this, Thailand.
Exactly.
What do we see here?
So I will also go first a little bit to the side, maybe not too much. So I think this could be good. So what we see on this screen, the first picture. So actually we have a schematic structure of the toilet system inside the trains. So when we are traveling, from time to time, we need to wash our hands. We need to make the things that humans need to do from time to time. So when we visit the toilet, different operations are happening. The first thing is that you sit on the toilet. When you stand up, you have to push a button, and then something happens. So basically, the dirt and the pee goes into a wastewater tank. And this wastewater tank has to be cleaned from time to time. For this operation, we have our RWR wastewater. I have to get a little bit used to it. So this is
you found it. Yes.
This is the wastewater tank. This grayish tank is the wastewater tank. And this is the machine that we are using. This is the RWR 500 DBA. Yeah, A is Abwasser, so wastewater in English. This is a system that is already sold worldwide. Customers are very happy, and it's a great solution with a very, very nice consumption, but also customers are using this with full satisfaction. Just on top of this, a little bit higher, then we have, after we've done our efforts on the toilet, we also need to wash our hands. So this is a different system for sure. Also, the freshwater tank gets dirty, not as dirty as the wastewater tank. So when you have fresh water, we are basically dealing with limescale, that's contained in the water. So the cleaning is a bit easier.
Maybe also microorganisms?
Also some microorganisms, yes. But the basic contamination is limescale. So it's not comparable to a wastewater tank. That's also why it works a bit different. And that's also why we have a different setup from the machine. So this is the RWR 500 dBF. F stands for fresh water. So this is something everybody knows already. We won't go too deep into this topic today. Another thing is the cleaning of the toilet itself. So when I'm moving to this direction here, no, this is the other way, and this is my hand, it's going here. So basically we have here the toilet. This is the whole module, so the seat. When we clean with the RWR, this toilet is mounted off, and then we have this tube in front of us, and there we connect the RWR. So the toilet is taken out. But this toilet, it also needs to be cleaned. And surely they are doing this with or without us. There are different ways to clean. Actually, customers have found different options how to do that. Yeah.
Mhm. Like,
Maybe we discuss this first a bit. What could be
what is the alternative, right? So what do
yes.
they do?
Yeah.
I mean, when I see this correctly, what we have here, then it is the possibility to clean the toilet with a device, so
Yeah.
plus chemical.
Correct.
But let us talk first how the customer does this without us.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
I have
there some experience.
I have seen this. I have some experience with the railway. This is what I can share, and I also talked to some colleagues, got some feedback over there. So, like, I talked to Olaf. This is our key account. He's the master of the trains. What I saw, how they clean today is, first of all, they clean one by one. So one toilet is cleaned, and not two, not three, not four. They can only clean one toilet at a time. And the toilet is divided into different segments. This we will see later. So basically you have the plastic part. This is where you sit on.
Mm-hmm.
That's not so dirty. This is also easy to clean. What we want to talk about, the stainless steel part under the plastic and the complete module. There is some electricals. There is also something called a ventricle. For me, in the first instance, I didn't really
Let's
understand.
Get back to the ventricle later. This first, this cleaning. So this cleaning, what we talk about now, is not this daily cleaning of this service people that come through the train and then they clean the washing room and also the toilet. Just traditional service.
Easy outside.
This is something totally different. So there, this chemical and device is not for this daily service.
Correct.
No? So this is a maintenance service which they do probably after a couple of million kilometers.
Exactly. There is also some service intervals. It's also written in the instruction manual of each train, blah, blah, blah. So this you have to ask to the customer. You have to know how often do they clean, and how do they clean. How they clean now is they are using, for example, Power Cleaner DB. So this is our designated cleaner for limescale, rust, and everything. So at the moment they have a 500-liter tank, and they are dipping the toilet in this tank, or also this ventricle, which is part of the toilet. They are dipping this inside, and they are turning it until there is no more air bubbles coming out. So this means everything is completely filled up with cleaner.
Shall we go a little bit more into detail? Maybe. What's the ventricle?
Yes.
Yeah. So and what's this intermediate tank and the ventricle? How does it look like? I changed the
So on the picture, this is the
picture. I go a little bit on the side.
This is the complete toilet element. This is everything.
So there's the pump and the electric,
and this part
is there at the toilet module.
This part that we see here, where it's written intermediate tank, this looks separate. It looks like it could be a meter away from the toilet. In fact, it's only a technical drawing, so it's like a drawing where it's schematically taken out each part. This intermediate tank is a part of the complete module. So it's all attached. And this we will see also later on the next picture.
Can you explain how it works? What is the function during the operation?
Yes.
Why do they need this intermediate tank?
How to explain it? The most easiest way is when you are traveling by train or also by plane. When you go to the toilet and you are finished, you are pushing the button, and then you hear this very strong noise. It's this, and then everything is sucked into the toilet. It immediately disappears. This is what's happening is that in this ventricle, which is just above under the toilet seat, there is a vacuum created. So the moment you push the button, that opens a small lid, and due to the vacuum, to say it simple, the shit is sucked into the ventricle, and that's why it's called intermediate tank. And from this ventricle, there is another pressure stage where we flash all this dirt into the wastewater tank. So that's the two-step operation. So first, when you push, it goes into the intermediate tank, and then the system by itself, it brings the liquid from the intermediate tank, so from the ventricle, into the wastewater tank. So now we already cleaned the wastewater tank. So if we know now that the sediments, that the dirt that we are producing is also going through the intermediate tank, we also have to clean this one on a regular basis. Yeah. And that's exactly what I tried to explain before without the picture, without Martin's help. Now it's a bit easier to understand. This ventricle, this part, this is what they also dip into the Power Cleaner DB.
And so up to now, so they turned it a lot.
Yeah.
And
yeah, they are putting this inside, and I don't know how they do it with a tool because it's completely inside.
Yeah, so it's a manual work.
Yeah.
A guy turned until all the air went out.
Yeah.
And then they leave this inside this tank for
1 day, 24 hours.
24 hours.
Yeah.
No?
And then the fun part begins. After 24 hours, they are coming. So we are the guys now. One is taking out the ventricle, and then they are connecting the ventricle to a high pressure hose. So they have some kind of fittings that fit to the inlet. It's easy. They connect this to the ventricle, and then you have to stand very strong because the other guy, he's on the tap line, and he just activates the high pressure water. And so the guy has to hold the tube and the whole ventricle very, very strong, because with this operation, they are trying to shoot out all the sediments, all the dirt that has been softened, that has been loosened during the 24-hour dipping. Yeah, and you can imagine how safe this is when you have high pressure water, a ventricle from stainless steel and tubes, and you just activate the water to shoot something out. It's not very safe. Yeah.
Is this in this one, as far as I understand, and if I see this drawing correctly, this is made from stainless steel, then you cannot look inside of this intermediate tank.
No.
So how do they check?
So they can take a endoscopic camera if they want, but this is something very technical, and it's also complicated and takes time. It's more like a play maybe. They make it easy. They just weigh the ventricle or the toilet before and after the cleaning.
Yeah, so they know the weight of this intermediate tank. They put it on a scale and make a gravimetric measuring. Yeah. And then how much dirt is inside of this intermediate tank?
So this let's say before it was 10 kilogram. After cleaning, it's 8.5. So they are taking out 1.5 kilogram of mainly lime scale contamination. 1.5 kilo is a number. Yeah, we are not only dealing with small dust or dirt. This is real contamination.
Yeah. So and this is ventricle is probably this size. Yeah. So and
I would say yes.
Then you have additional 1.5 kilo of lime scale and dirt inside. Yeah? So it's
The other option how to clean, if they are not using a dipping tank and this water hose and stuff, they are putting this in an ultrasonic device and also cleaning very, very long. The problem of ultrasonic, I mean, you're all experts in cleaning. When you see the ventricle on one of the next sheets, you will understand that ultrasonic has limited access to each and every corner inside, because the outside cleaning of the ventricle is easy, but we are talking about the insides a little bit later. But basically, to make you understand how this system works, so on the left, you can see the complete toilet. Yeah, so this is daily life. Everybody knows this, but in a train. So from stainless steel, the toilet, you see the part where you sit down. This is from plastic. This has to be removed, and then you have under the stainless steel part, you have some kind of cover. This is more for optical reasons, that it looks nice.
And if I understand you well, then for cleaning this toilet module, they take the plastic away, they take the toilet seat away.
Yes.
There's only the stainless steel part, and they're including the electronic, the pump, and also the ventricle. And this is here seen on the right on the right picture above us.
So on the picture, it's very difficult to find the ventricle, but there are some parts. So for example, this white part here, this small white part, this is not stainless steel because it's in kind of how do you say this?
It's a foam.
It's a foam that is around.
Probably for insulation and noise.
Yeah. So the white part, everything that you can see in white is the ventricle. So this looks a bit scary in the first moment because you see stainless steel, you see this ventricle that we try to see, but also a lot of connections, so electrical and also hydraulic pneumatic connections. Yeah. So a lot of questions. Can we clean this? How can we clean this? Which part can we clean? This we want to discuss now in the.
And I think if I manage, then we get the next slide. There are also some close-up of ventricles.
Exactly.
So here we are. So
this is the heart
ventricle without the foam insulation. So it's just the stainless steel.
Yeah. So this is the heart of the toilet. This ventricle. This is the part that needs to be cleaned. Yeah. You can see inside. It's very, very difficult to look because it's all angled and
30 centimeter is roughly one piece of paper.
Yeah. So it's 30 by 35. If you can see this, and there we also have a picture of the diameter of one of the inlets. So it's roughly 5 centimeters.
Yeah.
So this is things that we know how to deal with. And this is what they are dipping. So this part today, without our solution, they are dipping into a tank and they are turning as much. Now you will understand why they turn it. They have to get out all of the air so that the cleaner can penetrate the insides of the ventricle for 24 hours. This is how they clean today.
And now we get on with the BioCircle solution.
Yes.
So this is a ventricle holder.
Yeah.
So you don't need to dip it. The cleaning solution is flushed in.
Yes.
Please,
absolutely.
Help us to understand how this really works.
Yeah. And so we learned before that we can clean one by one. The customer, when we talk to the customer, we have to ask the questions: how much do you clean? When do you clean? So all these questions bring us to a point where we might learn that the customer does not only clean one toilet per day or 2 or 3, that he got a big order maybe from the German railway, from some operators to clean more toilets. Yeah, so they cannot clean one by one. They are confronted with a heavier workload. So the idea is to clean, in this case, with this special ventricle holder, 6 ventricles at a time. On the left picture, you can already see one ventricle connected. So this is on the table. On the bottom, you have a holder, so you can place the round ventricle inside. And then you have 6 black tubes, so 3 on each side. And these tubes lead to the insert of the ventricle. So this is connected. This is quite easy.
So you can, if I understand correctly, then this ventricle holder is inside of a BioCircle turbo, right?
Exactly.
So and the BioCircle turbo pumps in the cleaning solution into this tube system of this holder, right?
Yeah, exactly. So basically, this ventricle holder is a special construction, and it is also made for each single ventricle. Every ventricle has for sure different diameters. So here you have the option, if you clean only one type of ventricle, to produce it for 6 of the same type. What Olaf said, it would also make sense to make it 3-3 on both sides. If you want to clean 2 different types of ventricles, you can have 3 connections for type A ventricle, and on the other side, 3 connections for type B ventricle. That would also make sense. And the complete ventricle holder, including all the 6 connected ventricles, you can put them into the basket of a BioCircle Turbo 1000 that was specially designed to work with this ventricle holder. So it's not a normal turbo, it's a special turbo.
Yeah. Special turbo, because inside you need to connect here this,
Yes.
there's a fast connector, if I see this
Yes,
correctly.
there is one connector, and the other one is here, there. Yeah. So this is the in and the out. That's very
Yeah.
easy. Yeah. We also have some text on the sheet, so it can be
I
used.
go away. Yes.
It
so
can be
you
used
can read the
temporarily.
text, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one might say, okay, the basket is turning when this operation is used. So when you use this ventricle holder inside the turbo, the basket does not rotate because we are cleaning the inner part of the ventricles.
And that's why you need a special biocircle turbo,
Exactly.
and not the standard one. Yeah? So
Exactly.
it's because of
Yes.
this reason.
Yeah, because the machine has to understand that you are not cleaning the ventricles from outside, which is also possible, just by using the turning basket without the ventricle holder. So the moment the holder is inside with the ventricles, the machine has to understand, okay, I do not turn my basket, I'm in the inside cleaning of the ventricles mode. Yeah, very easy mode. And also, yes, it's mentioned, the jet nozzles are switched off because the nozzles only serve during automatic cleaning when the basket is rotating. So we are not using this. So also the jet nozzles are not working.
Yeah, a smart washing machine that recognize how it's connected.
So this is
here
some more
is
pictures about
the picture.
holder.
Like if I see this correctly, then it's connected. Can you explain what is connected?
This is the connection. So this is the connection from the ventricle, and this is also the point where you need to know the diameter of this connection to make the right connection for the ventricle holder. Once you have this, you just say, I have a ventricle that is 5 centimeters, and then we are producing this, and then you can just connect it. It's an easy, quick connection. Before we said in the dipping, they did it for 24 hours. Here we are cleaning for 1 hour. So with this ventricle holder in the machine, we are using Power Cleaner DB at 100%, and we are cleaning for 1 hour, not more. That's enough. You can also clean 2 hours, but it's not comparable with 24 hours.
So they save a lot of time.
And they clean 6 at a time.
That's clean because they clean 6.
Yes.
It's much safer because
Absolutely.
they close the lid during cleaning time.
Exactly.
They're not playing with this contaminated cleaning solution and the water.
To make it clear, they are not playing with an open tank with heated Power Cleaner DB. This is a huge difference.
Yeah, and also
in terms of safety.
I think in terms of safety, also the contamination inside. This is also not what you really want to get in contact with.
The smell when this tank is open and everything.
Yes.
So there are easier ways to work. And
so when this is here, this insert for the ventricle with the ventricle holder is for cleaning it inside.
Correct.
Then the next slide that we already have seen is to clean the ventricles with the intermediate tank from outside.
So my hand is trying.
So we need to change first before.
So here you can see this tube there that you are not used to see on the normal machines. This was used before to connect it to the ventricle holder. Now you see it's not connected because the ventricle holder is not in the device anymore. Now they have dismounted the ventricles from the holder and just place the ordinary type of style, like you would clean a bearing or something, inside the basket of the turbo. And so you can place 6. There are ventricles that are bigger. In some cases, you can maybe only place 3 ventricles in this. And then also on the holder, then the holder has also a different size. In this case, we can put 6 of them inside. The hoses for the inside cleaning are now on a safe place. So the machine understands that it can rotate the basket now because we want to clean the ventricles from the outside now. And this we are doing again with the 100% of Power Cleaner DB, but only 10 minutes.
Do you know if there's a special order to clean first inside or first outside?
There is no special order.
Good.
And the machine does not do this automatically. So you always can decide, I want to clean it first from the outside or first from the inside. This is up to the operator.
So Thailand,
yes.
Let us talk about the ICBs. What is important
Yeah.
for the customer.
You're
What's
right.
the difference to what they did before?
Yes, the most important point is the ICBs. So for the customer, the first point I would say is safety. Safety, because we have a professional workplace where we have the cleaner and the parts in a closed circuit, so not comparable with the previous process. Safe because professional workplace with the cleaner inside.
So
circular.
safety because the cleaner is inside, the customer is protected from the hot solution. Temperature was 60 degrees, right?
Yeah.
And safety also because the operator is separated from the contamination.
That's true.
So because this is also something that we don't want to get in contact with.
Yeah, big point, yes. Yeah. So separate from the solution.
Yeah.
This is
a good point. 1 and 2, safety.
So much higher safety. Second point would be cost and time efficient because we can clean 6 at a time. Yeah. And also we have different options. Yeah.
And it was also the time span, right? You explained in the beginning 6 hours when they, or 10, 12 hours when they cleaned this manually.
Yeah. So 1 hour instead of 24.
Now they do 6 automatic in 1 hour.
In 1 hour. So that's a huge gain in time and productivity. That's true.
Yeah.
So safety first, cost and time efficient second.
Yeah.
What could be the third point?
Is one machine for
different operations.
3 operations.
Yeah.
So
flexibility.
Cleaning the ventricle inside, cleaning the ventricle outside, and cleaning the modules. We get to this in the summary later.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. We will see this in the summary as well. That's perfect. Yeah, I think so. These are the 3 main ICBs for the customer. Sure, you have to talk to the customer. For some, maybe the safety is not as important as the time, so they want to get things done. But this in Germany and in Europe, I think safety is a big topic.
And here this no, it's this side. This
it's not easy to fight always. Yeah.
Yes, so we need to think the other way around. So on this means on this side here, this adapters, so they're easy to find and easy to adapt to the devices of the customer.
Yeah, that's very easy.
Very flexible in this modification for the customer.
That's quite easy.
So let's get to the next slide. It's about the cleaning options. So if I think we take the other.
So this was the third ICB that we discussed, that the customer is using a safe system, a cost and time efficient system, and also a very flexible system. Because now you can clean the ventricles from inside using the special holder that we saw. You can clean them from outside, as we saw. And you also have the possibility, or not you, the customer has the possibility to put 2 complete modules, as you can see here.
No, stop.
This is not right.
I change
Sorry.
here. So now you can show what they clean.
So this is the complete module, and this complete module, it can be put also in the rotating basket for automatic cleaning, either with electrical connections and all the cabling, or without. So this means then only the stainless steel tank. The only important thing is that you take off the plastic lid, because the plastic it's not compatible with Power Cleaner DB, and so we would harm it.
You mean you can show this toilet seat?
Yeah, the white seat. Yeah, this
so
white
the toilet
plastic,
seat. Better take. Customers should take this off before they clean this.
Yeah.
This plastic tubes.
They can all
okay.
remain. Yeah.
They're okay.
They are okay. The customer has some kind of lids and clips and some fittings from silicone, whatever, so that the liquid cannot get into the electronic and hydraulic system.
Yeah.
Easy.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I think there was one add-on for the machine that we did not yet talk about. Is because it's what we usually have there always some feature for the customer to use the cleaning solution longer. And this also in this case, so we need to find the next slide. Just a second.
So this will be
And here it is.
a
Next slide.
dedicated system. So when you talk to the people about toilet cleaning, it will be always the same people. So there are people that clean boogies, there are people that clean the outside of the train, and there are some people dedicated only to the cleaning of the toilet modules. And the first question is, when you talk about such a system, do you have a filter system? Yeah. If you paid attention in the first part, we are taking out 1.5 kilogram of contamination, so that's quite a lot.
Yeah.
And since we have a system that is closed and we want to reuse the cleaner as often as possible, it makes sense to filtrate some of these rough sediments, and therefore we use this very nice external filter.
Yeah. Most of this 1.5 kilos will just dissolve.
Yeah, it will dissolve in the
but
product.
is maybe inside there also some objects, particles, and they will get filtered out in this filter bag.
Yeah. So when you order this device, when you sell this device, this filter is included in the whole machine and the part number and everything. So it's a fixed part of the system. It's not an option.
Yeah.
It's just a part like the basket inside. This filter is part of this device. So it's also very easy because this is a question that the customer usually has, and this is why it's so nice to have a professional solution to this question. It's integrated in the system. They really like it when you have these points.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's basically how the system works. Surely you can talk hours and hours about it. Not with me, because I'm not an expert. This was to give you a pitch, a rough idea, and also to have something to the customer. Next week, when you go to the railway, maybe you ask them how they clean their toilets, and if it would be interesting to work safer and faster. This could be very, very interesting.
Okay. Thailand, when this BioCircle turbos with special construction for cleaning toilet modules and ventricles, when will this be available?
You can already order it.
Ready
you can
to
order it from now. Yes, it's very, very new. We do not have hundreds of this in the market. I think up to now we have 3 in Germany in different locations, and customers, operators are very, very happy with this. And you can go on, talk about this with the customer, use this presentation, use the pictures, make a pitch, take the interest from the customer, and then we can get this to the next step, make offers, and then sell it also.
You find this presentation already in Slack in the railway channel. We will put this also in the BioCircle Cloud in the railway folder.
Yes.
Yeah, so
exactly.
training documents, railway.
Perfect.
And if you need further information, please contact Jens or Olaf.
Yeah, correct.
And you also know a lot about it.
Yeah, you can also contact me.
I found this very, very interesting to follow you. And
yeah, normally I'm not so technical.
This was very, and you're also very entertaining, always infotaining. So thanks for the show, Tyler.
Thanks for having me here, Martin. Was a pleasure. And see you next time.
So, and we are back again. Yeah, and can concentrate on your questions. So this is the time to open the microphone again. And Tyler, what do you think? Shall we start with the questions in the chat?
Yeah, why not? Makes sense. Let's do it.
Makes sense? Okay. Yep. So Roman asked if the ventricle holder, who makes them? Do we make it, and what is the procedure for it? I think we mentioned this also during the video, but if you can point this out again, Thailand.
We are doing this, so it's a special construction. The filter, everything is one part number, and the ventricle holder is also included in the price of this set. And like I said, we need these dimensions. Yeah, like we need a dimension from the toilet for the freshwater or wastewater tank. In this case, we would need the dimensions of the ventricle And then we can make this 6 pieces. And the inlet and outlet for the ventricle holder, this is done from our side because we are building the turbo as well. So we need to know the part that is connected from the customer, what is the size of this tube. And that's basically it. And then we produce it. Like we produce the connections for the trains also when needed. I hope that's okay, Roman.
Yes, thank you, Taiwan. According to your knowledge, are there more connections? I mean, more sizes of connections?
What do you mean? Sorry, I didn't get it.
I mean these connections to this verticals.
Yeah.
If there are more sizes, if it's really like that, or according to your knowledge.
It seems that there are a lot of different toilets, and it needs to be adapted on the special toilet and on the special shape of this intermediate tank. If the diameter is different, I don't know really.
The diameter will be different because they will have a different size. Why should one brand look at the diameter of the other? They will just make it technically fit, and so. But it's no problem if it's 3. You tell us 3. If it's 7, it's 7. If 5, 5. It's just like the picture for the RWR. The best is to take a picture when holding this thing for measuring, the measuring tape, and just send us a picture with the don't write 4 centimeters because you could have made a mistake. When we see the picture with the measuring tape, we know how it's looking and we know how many centimeters we have. That's much safer to avoid any mistakes at this point, because that's the only point where you can make a mistake. Actually,
I'm just thinking that
even. Sorry, you.
I'm just thinking that if customers are making these services, they can do more types of they can repair more types of toilets, and then it means that probably they can need different diameters, and maybe they will need also more of these verticals or these holders, vertical holders.
Yeah, I mean, that's very good. That's very good for us. If a customer has to clean so many toilets and he has so many different types, this is also the questions. If he has 4 toilets to clean with 4 different types, then we say, sorry, you can go on with your stuff. But if he really has, for example, I know that in Germany, in some place, they clean 100 a week. Yeah, and they don't clean 100 different types. I don't know how many, but they have maybe 2, 3 types. Yeah, because this is also when you take an order, when a service center takes an order, they will say, hey, sorry, we cannot clean 500 different. Yeah, they have a certain setup and they say, okay, from this and this type, no problem, sign the contract. And then they they clean, I don't know, maybe 50 for an Alstom and 50 for a CAF or so. So this will be not so complicated. I think when you come to this point, you will see that it's easier than you think right now.
Okay. Thank you.
Imagine I have no technical background and I did this, so wow.
So yeah, I don't know if this is the proof, but yeah. And also Mate, I think he asked of it before we featured this in the video, but just to point out if there's a filter system at the device.
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked it before. I saw it in the video.
Yeah. This came later.
All clear.
Yeah.
You have also all clear.
Just
okay,
one thing for the filter. Maybe the question is not coming, and then we will forget it. One might ask also when to change the filter. Especially customers like to ask these questions, and we always say it depends. No. In this case, it does not depend. In this case, we have when you stop with your car on the light and it's red, that's why you stop. Then it becomes yellow, and when it's green, then you can go on. And it's the same for our filter. We have an ample light system. So when the machine is new, the filter is the LED is green. At the moment it gets a bit dirty because there is some kind of, how do you say, a suction sensor. So it feels when the filter is clogged, and then it goes to yellow, and when it's completely clogged, then it will be red. This means for the operator, change the filter. Yeah. The customer who cleans 100 a week in the south of Germany, they clean the filter. They have to change the filter every week. Yeah. So this as a side fact.
So
All right,
was a
Mate?
good idea to, very perfect, was a good idea to speak, to feature this question, Mate. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
What else
yes,
do we have?
and there will be exhibited this at InnoTrans. Yes, we will. Thailand, Jens, will this be at the InnoTrans?
You said already yes, so I cannot say no because we should go in line. I think we will not show this particular system, but if you have a turbo there, it's very easy to show him, hey, we can also clean toilets using an extra connection. So this won't be a problem. I don't think that we have this specific machine on the InnoTrans, but usually we always have the turbos. And I think also on InnoTrans, this wastewater and freshwater tank cleaning, which is the beginning of the story actually. So is also very, very appealing. And then from this point, you can work your way to the toilet. Starting from the fresh or wastewater tank.
Yes, it will be featured anyway if we are already that far during the InnoTrans, we will see. Jose mentioned there also, his comment was that it's not very funny to do the service of the cleaning liquid afterwards. Yes, to my information, they have there also an here this system to pump it without filling around too much in open. Yeah, so because there is not the only system that they need to service. Also, the RWR needs to get emptied. So they have their already experience with handling this without exposing this too much.
Exactly. When talking about, maybe I can add something, Martin. When talking about the service, when the pH is 3, then you need to change the cleaner. So you will ask, okay, how many toilets can I clean and so on. Also, there, very easy rule. You clean as when the pH reaches 3, then you have to change the cleaner. So that's also very easy because then it becomes to get like gel and viscous and stuff, and then then it's over. Then you can change the cleaner. And we use always 100%, because it's heavy dirt. So don't dilute it.
I just came to see the raised hand of Paul. What is your question, Paul?
It's not a question. I think Andy from TBM, our partner in Train Toilet Cleaning, is on the call. Oh. And for the questions about fittings and connections and different type of toilets, Andy, I think I'm right. There are only 3 or 4 different toilet manufacturers, and a different train type will have a different toilet, but otherwise they will be the same. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. We've normally in the UK, you've got the Senvac toilets, you've got the EVAC toilets, and Devol toilets. They're mainly all EVAC. We normally do the intermediate tanks on the 6-year overhaul. So when we get the toilets in for the 6-year overhaul, then we strip the whole toilet down, if that makes sense. So we do the intermittent tanks. It looks like a very good system that you've got there, because at the moment all we do is, like you said, is dip them. We use dip ours into dip tank.
It is.
9 times out of 10, unfortunately, when we get them, they're full, because that's part and parcel of the service. Because 9 times out of 10 they've been flushed, but they haven't been flushed fully. If that makes sense, we get them all full. So yeah, so like I say, you are right, Paul. We have got there's only a few toilet systems out there, really, and like you say, the system that you've got there is a good system. Does look good.
So on that, Andy, in terms of the sort of special tool for the 6 parts, there'd probably only need to be 4 or 5 different tools to sort of cover the whole market. Is that sort of correct? Or one of the questions of the customer would be whose toilets and what model numbers are on your trains. Is that correct?
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, like you say, 9 times. With the toilets that we use, especially the outlets are 50. It's normally a 5 centimeter, 50 mil, 2-inch outlet. That's the main ones, really. So, like you say, you are
okay.
There'll only be several tools there, because you'll get the tools for the EVAC compacts, you'll get the tools for the Semvac Mini 2s, the minis. They're all roughly the same. So you'll only have to manufacture a certain amount of tools for it, yeah.
Yeah, I would also say, if this is so limited, if you see this investment, I mean, this doesn't cost 500 euro, obviously. The holder is a small part of this. So if you buy, in the end, if you buy 1, 2, or 3 holders for the customer, I think that doesn't make this big difference. So thank you very much, Andy. It's good to know that we have actually only 2, 3, 4 types, and that 5 centimeters seems to be makes sense. If you have 15, the toilet must be double size, because you also have to cover everything. So yeah, cool. Great.
No problem.
Thanks for that.
No problem.
And do we have any other questions in the chat as well?
Oh yeah, we have a couple of further questions. There was one is why it's the BioCircle Turbo and not the HTW. So why do we need the window and the gloves?
Yes, because everything comes from a point, and the turbo came from a customer, from an idea, from a challenge that we had. And here the idea was basically also to be able to clean smaller parts that are attached to this toilet system. Please don't clean bearings. We have Power Cleaner DB, so we don't degrease here. We are cleaning parts that are also related to the toilet. And you also have the possibility to clean the whole toilet automatically. And this is also like pre-cleaning. Sometimes it's necessary to go in with a hand and to pre-clean this complete toilet system also with a manual brush. And again, there you need to protect the electrical and hydraulical parts. But it's basically to be able to pre-clean other parts and the complete toilet. This was the idea.
And to bring this also together with what Jose mentioned about the whole operation. Yeah, so it's maybe also an advantage to keep it closed while handling with this and operating this and fiddling with this. And if there is, after this automatic cleaning, still in one corner something left over, then you have a chance to flush this away with this manual brush or nozzle.
Perfect. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Jose, sorry, the microphone is the only for freshwater systems ventricle. This ventricle is not for. I interpret the question that if this also is for the freshwater intermediate tank.
To be honest,
because we talk here about the wastewater intermediate tank. So if this is a vacuum tank, this wastewater intermediate tank. The freshwater tank is more a pressure tank. It's not a vacuum tank. Thailand. Do you know more about this?
So this ventricle cleaning is only for the wastewater tank. You don't need this. You don't need to do this when you talk about fresh water. So this is really for the dirty things.
Yeah.
For the dirty part of the toilet visit. Yeah.
Much less risk of scaling in the fresh tank, in the freshwater tank.
We should maybe not discuss this now, because it's really not part of it. Freshwater, you only have 10% power cleaner and stuff. We are talking about wastewater tank, and the ventricle is connected from the toilet to the wastewater tank. On the way, there is this suction, what we explained also, and there you have to clean it, and that's why we use it 100% Power Cleaner DB, like for the wastewater machine.
We have also from overseas a question if we can use a safe solution for transport like the Power Cleaner 150 for using in the BioCircle Turbo instead of Power Cleaner DB. Would this suit to this application?
Okay, so you can transport it safe to Asia, Frank. You can fill it in the machine safe, but you will not be able to clean this contamination with a cleaner.
Yes, it is. It has much less power. So, and we
Yeah.
don't use dilution here because we want to clean this. This might be too often changing, even if it's work,
No.
and it might need also too much time
Yeah.
for the cleaning. So that's
we
why I
need
wouldn't
to.
recommend
Yeah.
this.
No, this is a clear fast no.
Yeah.
Do we also have replacement filters in stock, or is this some standard general filter from the market? Good question, Jacek. I don't know, to be honest. I think that you can buy them from us, and if you want, you find them also on the market from Eaton somewhere. But yeah,
Yes.
we sell this as a consumable, and the customer
Yes.
will certainly buy them from you, because somebody that buys a machine that costs, I don't know, 40,000-50,000 euros, I don't think they want to take the risk to buy a filter somewhere else only for 2 euros. Price difference. Yeah, so you can get them from us. Easy.
Okay, what is your further question to Thailand? Then Thailand, I would have a question.
Yes, please.
Would you use this cleaning process also as a door opener for the railway customers that we don't know yet?
Certainly not. No, I would not use this as
is this a good product?
From my point of view, from our point of view, this is clearly a product for an existing customer, like Andy, for example, who is already offering wastewater and freshwater tank cleaning at the railway, and maybe other things. The good thing about, in my case, I was walking around in this railway center, and I saw that they were cleaning a toilet, and I asked them, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Yeah, we are using the Power Cleaner DB." And I was very happy. I said, "Nice, cool." So it means the customer already uses whatever, 1 or 2 machines for fresh and wastewater. Maybe he has already a turbo. In my case, they also use Star Future Uno AV for boogie cleaning. And so the guy knew that this type of contamination was working very, very well for the wastewater tank. So they just decided by themselves to put this in this dipping tank and to clean it. And then I said, okay, you can have a device with a cleaner. So it's definitely something where the customer already knows that what you are doing and that you are an expert in this field, and then you can go to the toilets. I think for the first, this doesn't make sense. I would sell a BioCircle first. I would sell Uno AV. The demo is so easy. I mean, you apply foam instead of explaining him how a toilet works with this holder inside. They will go away before you have finished the sentence. But if you make a foam, they cannot run away because the foam sticks. And then after some minutes, you take this off, and then, wow, nice. Okay, so first product inside, then BioCircle, maybe a wastewater machine. And then finally, we work our way through the wastewater tank to the toilet and to the ventricles. Yeah.
Yeah, I think also
this would be my suggestion.
Topic is much easier for implementing. No? So start with the easy process, with the easy to understand and easy to explain processes. Yeah. Like BioCircle, you know directly how to explain this. Yeah. So the foam, you find easy application for the foam. Yeah.
Yeah.
So underfloor of railway wagons, the boogie, and so on. Yeah. So a lot of very nice application for this foam injector. And then also for this department, where the toilet system is a topic, there you start the RWR topic together also with then cleaning the vacuum toilet. And then it depends on you where you start, depends on the pain of your customers. Yeah, so where you can implement the solution easier.
It's also very interesting because sometimes we are walking around and don't see things obviously always, but this is the purposes that we ask questions. In this case, I was there for HTW and Vigo and stuff. The purpose of my visit was not to clean the toilets. I was just walking there, and then I just saw it. And then I asked the guy, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Yeah, we are using the Power Cleaner DB." And I was very happy. I said, "Nice, cool." I just saw it. And then I said, okay, what are you doing here? And then the story came up. And then the guy immediately said, can you modify the machine? He showed me a safety clean device, an old one, very shitty. They don't like it. Yeah, it's the fact they don't like it. Yeah, also because it was old and nobody replaces the spare parts. This is maybe a local problem there with safety clean. I think normally they are doing a good job. So in this case, I said, okay, so let's talk about this as well. So suddenly we had a big project about they bought 5 machines, HTW, Turbo, and Vigos. And now I'm also selling this device only because we were just talking about this. But if I think about it, they are using the freshwater and wastewater machines already for 5 years, but I never asked them if they how they clean the toilet. So now that I think about
and
it,
now it's different. Now
yes.
we will ask everybody how they clean their toilets.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yes, because we have also a good reason. Because this was, I think, also this is a nice solution, and it also offers here a solution to the customer which he doesn't get somewhere else. That's why Thailand. That's why Thailand. What is your pitch? How would you pitch this in an elevator to the customer?
Yes, before you pitch.
Offer.
Yeah, before we pitch our offer, we have to find the need. So surely you have to ask the questions to come to this point where the customer might say, what do you mean? Yes, we do it. We are cleaning toilets and so on and so on. And then I could say, okay, if you want to achieve a safe and professional vacuum tank cleaning while maximizing cost and efficiency, I would suggest using our BioCircle Turbo, for example. Could
Very
be a pitch.
nice. This very nice. So this completes everything. Yeah, if you have also a nice pitch for this product, let us know. Put this also in the channel WS webinar. Also to optimize here our communication to the customer.
Yeah.
Now, as a last thing, if there's no other question, then Thailand, maybe you can sum up in 30 seconds or a little bit longer this process. How does it work, and what is most important?
Okay. I would like to start with a point that Paul always says. No one wakes up in the morning, and also not railway operators wake up in the morning saying to themselves, today I will buy a turbo that clean 6 toilets at the same time. Yeah, nobody does that. So what you have to do is you have to be at the customer and ask the right questions to the customer. How do you do things? How do you clean these baths? Yeah. And then you do this pitch if you're interested to do this maybe in a more professional and safe way, and also save cost and time. Is this interesting for you? Yeah. And then you go into the details. Why these 3 advantages that we just said, these ICBs, how would they really work in real life, and show him the machine? A safe machine because it's closed. Yeah. A professional workplace because again, because it's closed and you can do this operation in a safe and fast way. Yeah. Why do I save time? Because I can clean in 1 hour instead of 24 hours. For people that clean many toilets, this is a huge gain.
Okay.
And the product is already known.
What does the process complete? Very nice. Can you summarize the process, the cleaning process, just after we know what's important? What is
the cleaning process is you just open the device, you throw 6 inside, you close the lid, and Power Cleaner DB is already on temperature, and you clean it for 1 hour from outside. Maybe 30 minutes is enough. You open it again, you take them out, let them cool off a bit, or you put hand shoes on because they are quite warm, and then you connect them to this holder. 1 by 1 takes 5 minutes. You put the holder into the machine, connect the holder to this inlet that I show you next to the basket, close the lid again and let it turn for 1 hour, open it, and it's clean. So, and that's it.
And this is done with Power Cleaner DB. You don't need any further water for diluting.
Yes.
So this
Pure.
is the pure product. Yeah, pure product, 1 hour, and this is then fast to clean. To get, what did you say, 1.5 kilo roughly out of the ventricle?
From each one as an example. Yeah.
As an example.
So it's not only 200 grams. It's really this numbers. This is not fake numbers or something. This is the amount that we take out. Yeah.
Working temperature is how
60
much degrees?
I think it will be at 60 degrees.
60 degrees.
Yeah.
Thank you, Thailand, for giving us this opportunity, making more business with railway customers, especially for the vacuum toilet, expanding there. Also, I think this business that we do with railway is already on a very high level. If we put all these railway customers together, these different branches of the railway, then in many branches is the biggest customer. Now, so that's why it makes sense to focus on that and bring this in the market. Thanks for today. Next week, we will have an interview with Jens Becker, and this will be the final and last BioCircle inspiration. About this next time, it will be about foam applications. So also today, Thailand mentioned already, wow, this is the easiest to make a lot of money. So to put that the customer a few IBC tanks with the right ICBs. So this not only for railway customers. I saw also a lot of foam injectors at other customers and foam application where customers say, really, we didn't work efficient before we had this. So that's why next Monday, together with Jens, foam applications with BioCircle.
Yeah, we should not forget to ask Bram. He sold an IBC 2 days ago with a foam injector to a new customer. But
Perfect.
I don't know what he
Bram.
did. So we will ask that. And he can answer it, and he already saw it. He's happy to answer that question next week. Cool.
Bram, next week, special guest as well.
Perfect.
Bye-bye for today.
Guys, hope you like my expertise.
We are BioCircle. We are BioCircle. We are BioCircle. We are the team that gives everything sustainable and innovative. Together we can do anything. We are great, let's get on with it. We are sometimes stubborn, but we are always cordial. We are creative and dynamic worldwide. One for all and all for one. BioCircle, BioCircle. Our team is simply strong. BioCircle, BioCircle. We stand together with advice and action. We have a vision, and we shape the future with innovation. Roll up your sleeves, there's a lot to do. Let's tackle it together. We are BioCircle. We are BioCircle. We are BioCircle. We always lead the way. We all pull together, whether in the workshop or on the executive floor. We stand together, there's no question about it. BioCircle, BioCircle. Our team is simply strong. BioCircle, BioCircle. Stand together with help and advice. We have a vision, and we are shaping the future with innovation. Roll up your sleeves, there's a lot to do. We tackle it together. We always give 100%. There are no compromises. We win over customers with passion and quality. BioCircle, BioCircle. Our team is simply strong. BioCircle, BioCircle. We stand together with help and advice. We pay a vision and shape the future with innovation. We roll up our sleeves, there is a lot to do. Together we will tackle it.